Hey all you crazy cavemen out there. This is a black and blonde beard tutorial as promised. I'm just going to run through the type of beard tutorial I'm going to do today, and obviously we'll go through the tools and stuff as well. I'm thinking the best way for you guys to do your beard at home is to create a naturally groomed beard. It's what I prefer to look best on the clients in store, and it's just going to be easy to maintain during lockdown as well. So we've got your neck duster just to brush off the hairs. Again, you can use an old makeup brush if there's one lying around. Clipper side spray for hygiene. You've got your guards, comb, brush, clippers, trimmers. I'm just going to go through the measurements of these because one thing I've seen before is the confusion of a number 1 and 3 mil. Sometimes people think a number 3 is number 1 and vice versa. So the grades go up in 3 mils. So number 1 is 3, number 2 is 6, number 3 is 9. The two in between, the 0.5 and the 1.5, they're 4.5 and 1.5 mil. So I know a lot of your trimmers at home that are more Babyliss and Remington, they'll say 3 mil, which a lot of you think is number 3, but it's actually number 1. So got a comb just in case you need it, a brush to wipe off the hair in between the teeth. Again, you can use an old toothbrush for that. We've got the Wild Magic clip cordless again, and we've got a pair of trimmers just in case, but as I said, we're going to try and do this video without the use of trimmers to make it as easy for you guys as possible. So one of the most important things to have in your mind when you are trimming your beard, as we do in store with your hair, with the tailoring aspect, is assessing your strengths and your weaknesses. So take some time to reflect in the mirror and assess where you need to keep weight, where is your beard thickest or thinnest, what is your face shape. So if, for instance, if you have a wider face shape, you might want to create a bit more narrowing by blending it in a bit more. If you have a slimmer face shape, you might want to create a bit more width. So those questions in mind, I'm going to apply them to myself just to give you a reference point. My face is fairly oval. The texture of my beard, it's kind of in the middle between thin and thick. It's like a medium length at the moment as well. I've grown it out a little bit, but as you can see, it's at a point now where it's kind of overgrown. I've done that for the purpose of the video. My beard is fairly symmetrical, and what I want to do myself is to keep weight and length on the cheeks. That's what I prefer in my beard, and as I said, it's going to be a naturally groomed beard, so I'm just going to fade it in underneath as well. And one thing you'll notice, if I turn to the side and I bring my comb out, you can see that my beard on the chin, the texture of it is very straight as well. So what I'm going to try and do with mine is I'm going to take that down quite a bit shorter than I do the cheeks. It's not going to alter the aesthetic too much, but that's the one weakness of mine that I'm going to eradicate in this video. So with the texture of my beard and the density of my beard being medium, and with the criteria that I want to keep a certain darkness there, I'm going to put a grade 3.5 on the cheeks. If you do have quite a dense beard, then maybe you can take that down to a 3 or 2.5. And if you have a bit of a finer beard, then you might want to do 4.5 grades on the cheeks. So I'm just going to get my spray out, get my number 3, and I'm going to start by just removing all the bulk on the cheeks with the grade 3, 3.5. I think I'm going to go with 3.5 actually, just to keep as much thickness as possible, and if I do need to take it down, then I will do that. So I've used the 3.5 on the cheeks. I've now the area just around that, I've gone in with the 3, and now I'm going to go in with the 2.5 and then the 2. So if you can kind of see what I'm working with now, we're just really going to blend out all this. And like I said, that's 3.5 there, and on the chin area where I do want to take it a little bit shorter because it does ping out, I'm going to take that to a 2.5 as well. Right, quickly, I'm just going to show you on the moustache area, which is a big problem for a lot of people, is when the hair overgrows the top lip and it starts getting into the mouth. As I said, I'm not really going to emphasize too much on the trimmer aspect, and I'm going to take my moustache level down to about 1.5, so it will eradicate that problem. But I'm just going to show you quickly, if you do have a pair of trimmers and you do want to get rid of that top upper lip hair, then this is what you do. So you get your trimmer. This is the point where you do look a bit stupid when you smile into the mirror. So when you smile, it obviously widens the mouth and it brings the hair down, so you get a really good accurate portrayal of where your hair on your moustache is. But as I said, I'm going to take this down with a 2 anyway. It's going to eradicate all the top hair lip anyway. Really good. So I'm going to, now that I know that this area is a 2, I don't need to touch anything with the cheeks now. It's just all about fading out the edges. So 3.5, 3, 2.5, 2. We're now going to get the 1.5 to blend into that. Wicked. So what we've done is we've gone around this area now with the 1.5 grade. Now I'm going to clip on the number 1.5 as well, to just keep working that down, keep working this down. I'm going to get this to a 0.5 level there. Yeah, so 0, 0.5, and we've worked the 1 in, so I'm just going to flick the 0.5 into the 1. Remember to be careful, and always at the beginning make sure that your front blade is below the back blade. So 0.5, 0.25. Yeah, we're going to work that down to 0. Please, please, please make sure that your blade is aligned properly, otherwise it will cut you and it will hurt. So we've done all the areas below. What I do want to do, again, to create more strength on the cheek, is to just use that same technique of apply down here on the top area here. So, like I said, I know that this area is around a 2, so I'm going to whack the 1.5 just above that. Then the 1, then the 0.5. I mean, obviously I've given myself a fresh trim the other day, so I know that this is in and around a 0. whereas I know most of you probably got overgrown hair, so I probably wouldn't go too short around this area unless you know you can blend that into the tops. Probably a lot of you now have probably about number 4-ish on the sides if you've been getting a 0, so just be conscious of that when doing the sideburn area. I'm pretty happy with that. Like I said, I've kept the strength on the cheeks. It's taken away the bulk that was surrounding my jawline and stuff, which is making my face look bigger. As you can see from the side, this has been taken down quite a bit, and underneath it's just more naturally faded down. A lot of you might be thinking it will be easier to use a trimmer line and create a line all the way around. Yes, that is effective in creating a sharp beard line. However, from my experience, I'd say the most common thing that clients have done in the past that have messed things up is creating that line themselves. It's not easy, and the reason why I've done it naturally as well is it will grow out nicer. So because this area is shorter than here, it will grow naturally as well. It will grow shorter to longer, whereas with a sharp line, you will have to keep on top of that every few days. And like I said, some days we don't always have the best hand to coordination skill, and we'll go up and then a little bit up and then a little bit up, and you know, you end up taking the whole thing off. So yeah, I think what I'll do is, just for those guys that do want a little bit more shape on the cheek, I'll do a light bit of angling on the cheek area. So what you want to do is get your trimmer if you do have one. Not to worry if you don't. Like I said, I actually prefer to keep it natural, but this is just for the guys that do need it. I'm just going to take off a few hairs. Nothing too extreme, just a light bit of shaping, just to create a bit more angle and structure on the face. Same on the other side. Try and keep, again, think about your face shape as well. If you have more of a squarer shape, then you might want to create a bit more of a curve, a bit more of a gentle curve. If you have a rounder face shape, you might want to go in at a bit more of a 45-degree angle, 30 to 45-degree angle, just to give a round shape a bit more angle. Awesome, wicked. Let me know what you think. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Share this to anyone who you think will need it. And yeah, hope to see you guys in the shop pretty soon. I know there's talks of going back in a few weeks, but we're not going to rush things. The safety and health of everyone is the most important thing right now, so please stay safe. And yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. Take care.